Hey heroes, what is up? I'm SecretSuperHero and welcome to the Bardbarian Insane playthrough. So we're just going to jump in. We're going to play this game on Insane. So you can see there, I've played it before. So if you're looking for some tips and tricks to help you get through, you can find them in here, and we're just going to play through together. So if you just want to spend some time together, then that's brilliant. So first thing we're going to do, the main thing you want to do initially is get these archers. They're the best early game unit. So we're going to get them. Let me just turn the sound on there. So these have to get a bit too close, and the others are just not worth it really. So the thing we're going to do after that is we're going to aim to get this loot here. So we're just going to save up for that, play through a couple of times until we get that, and then that's when the money's going to really roll in. Let's just let them free. As that says there, you generate notes while you stood still. In the early game, probably not really going to need to worry about that. So just explain a little bit about the game. So it's like a tower defense game. So you've got your town crystal here, and enemies are going to come from the right. So it's like side-scrolling tower defense. You'll see, especially in these first couple of waves, these early archers are just going to rip through the enemies. Just need to focus really on dodging the bullets. So you'll see that lightning bolt at the bottom slowly filling up. It takes 5 kills to fill that up, and then when it's filled, we'll be able to stop any projectiles that have already been fired and then stun every enemy that's on the map. So it's really helpful. I find the bullet thing a bit more helpful, especially if there's lots of things flying towards you and you need to be able to get close to take care of it before you get overwhelmed. But the stun part of it can be helpful for some of the bosses as well, especially if comboed with the attack boost. I'll show you that in a second. So that question mark that you can see just at the top, that's they indicate when you're going to unlock something if you complete that stage. So that first one there's the healer. We're probably going to avoid using that, especially until maybe later game. Our plan is to get to level 7, which you'll unlock then the you'll unlock the wizard then, who when he hits somebody stuns them. So it's really good for some of the enemies later on that need to be knocked back a little bit so that they don't overwhelm you a bit too much. So I'll show you in a second. Let me just show you these abilities that we've got. So that was the red fist. That does maybe not double damage, it definitely does an increase in damage. I'm not sure if the number's 100%. And then you've got the feather just at the bottom there, which increases your speed. That's good for catching up to units that are already at the tower. But all you need to do here is just get in a good position and make sure you don't lose your head. So after we've got the wizards at level 7, we'll probably max them out, to be honest, and then we'll combo them up with the archers until we unlock the ninjas, which are like uber archers and can attack multiple enemies at the same time. So they're pretty much gonna hold you for until the end game when you unlock the strong characters in the game. Storm Knights, who are basically good at everything, so they'll be the ones that you'll use from then on and onto day 2 later on. I love the music in this game, so I'll probably end up humming. Yeah. So our objective is obviously to collect all the gold that they're dropping. Later on we'll get a pet which will help us with that. Really helpful. And these notes are what we use to buy our units and to pay for our skills. The lightning bolt one is free. We get that by killing 5 people. But it's obviously not a good idea to. You want to make sure that you can kill enough enemies to use it before the boss comes if you are going to use it, because you're probably going to want to stun the boss at least once if possible. Oh, let me just catch up to this guy at the bottom. So the HUD at the top tells you that where the enemies are going to be with the little pawn icons. I mean chest pawns. So they will get harder. So every 5 stages it gets harder. This guy's just going to try and chase us down. Just going to dodge him. It's quite simple, especially if there's nobody else around. I'm probably just going to use my my power increase just to take care of them so they're not attacking us as well. But this guy will be simple enough, just stay out of his way. You want to make sure you hold a bit in reserve as well for the buying your units just in case they do take a hit. The other thing as well is if you think you are gonna get hit by a projectile, well, there's the healer. Probably not gonna use that for a while. But yeah, if you think you are gonna be hit, you can use your units to kind of body block, throwing them under the bus. So we're gonna try and take down the ogre first. The big stone guy is gonna throw meteors and keep doing that. So we just need to keep moving. You see there, they're falling from this. Oh man, I took a hit. Sorry, should have been paying a bit more attention there. So we're just going to try and stay out of his way. That stone guy is invincible while he's in the floor, and then when he stands up, that's when he can take some damage. So on your first playthrough, don't expect to get super far. If you can kill one of these bosses and pick up his chest, you probably have done well, to be honest. That's what we're going to try and do. I'm just trying to pay a bit of attention. Just get a little bit tense at points, so you just need to avoid his bullets. Right, so this guy, we're gonna we're just gonna avoid his bullets and attack him while he's up. And when he sits down, that's when he starts firing his meteors. We've probably got a little bit of a chance now, to be honest. I need to make sure I can see what he's doing. I'm just trying to lure him back, because if he fires his bullets, even if they miss you and they hit the tower, they're gonna do some damage there. So let's just try and drag him back a little bit. I am going to use my attack boost thing on him in a minute. This is a fairly good try for me, to be honest. So if you don't get this far when you're playing, don't worry about that. I've played the game through, so I've faced this boss quite a few times, know where to go. So you just want to keep circling him, really. He'll fire his... see what I mean there? The bullet went in it, that. But 4,200, that's not a bad effort. Let's just check it with... 4,350. So we need 5 grand. So what you probably want to do, and what I'm going to do now, is just going to start the waves one more time. After that, we'll have enough to get that loot, and that's where the real money making comes in. Let's just rip through. We probably won't need to get as far this time. Obviously, we're going to try and get as far as we can. I couldn't do any less, to be honest. I always have to try and do my best. Oof. Almost got some early damage there. I didn't want that. But yeah, these archers are definitely going to be your number one choice early game. They're fast, and they do a lot of damage. So early game, it doesn't necessarily matter about health if you're ripping through them fast enough. So once we've got the wizard and leveled him up a little bit as well, we're probably going to level up these to max, because we need to make sure that we can get to that wave with the ninjas, and then we'll max them out, and they'll be our backbone for quite a while until we unlock our storm knights, or at least the shaman and engineers. Ooh. Sneaky little dodge there. So we can, what we'll do as well, we'll unlock a few abilities which will help us just keep our troops alive. So there's one called Body Spray, which helps you keep them close together. You see they're quite far spread out. Kind of looks a little bit like Snake off the old Nokia bricks when you're playing, and it's following behind you. We'll get a pet, at least level 1 pet, just so we can pick up our gold without necessarily having to be there. We'll have a look at our barracks as well. Some of the ones like if you've played the game before, the town drunk's not necessarily needed at the start. It's save your money up for something else. There's not a noticeable difference there. I do love the music. Definitely makes it easier when you've got body spray. We're going to focus on getting party on as well, which will definitely help us, because that helps you get more units following behind you. Obviously you have to be a bit more aware of where the bullets are flying. It's a little bit harder to dodge, but the damage output increases, so it's worth that for me. So You see, we're getting through this quite quick. It would be cool if you could, and I'm pretty sure you can't, but if you could increase the speed that they come at you, if you were feeling a little confident or you knew you could do the early levels. I don't think that's something you can do. Maybe it's something they could put into the next one if they make one. Really good indie game though, to be fair. I bought it. I've got it on Steam during one of the sales. I think it's regularly on in the sales, to be honest. But good game. Oh man, probably might just use that to get rid of my projectiles. Let's just try and get rid of this guy. So you just want to. He's going to charge at us. We're just going to stay out of the way like before. Try and take care of him. Then focus down these guys here. Oh. We're getting there. Here it is. Let's hope I don't do just as well as last time here. I might not. We'll see. We'll see. Let's just want to make sure about that guy's bullets, like I said before. We don't want him to. Oh, he didn't get stunned. That's a shame. Oh man. Yeah, we don't want him to. We don't want him to hit our tower. So if possible, we need to kind of make him face the other way. There's a lot to think about in Insane because on normal mode you'll only have the ogre. Oh man, he took out. You'll only have the ogre, so you'll just need to concentrate on him. But this one obviously makes it a little bit harder. It is Insane mode, of course. So I'm just gonna pick up at this. So, oh man, it's getting. Let's just get back. I've just activated the speed one there, not actually the attack one. I just need to get back here to. Just need to stay aware of what's happening when we get that archer back. Not doing quite as well this time as we did last time, but we'll see where we get to. That's okay though. That's enough to unlock our loot. Over 5,000. So yeah, well let's get this. We've got our golden axe loot, which is brilliant. So what we're probably going to get now is the Song of Attack. So this increases our damage. Brilliant early on. We'll get our town pet. He helps us pick up our gold. And we'll probably get our basic friends as well. These give you stuff in the game, bacon to heal you. And eventually the dog will go and pick that up for you. Let me just check if there's anything else we can get. Body spray. We'll get first level body spray. That helps keep our troops close together. So that's going to be the end of this video. Hope you join me for part 2. If you enjoyed it, give me a like, and I'll see you next time. Bye.